Welcome to the quick start tutorial to Pumpkin Patch Bad Seeds, a micro card game by Travis Drake and published by Brouhaha Games. This game plays to 2 to 3 players ages 8 and up in about 10 minutes. The goal of Pumpkin Patch is to collect the most seeds before the last pumpkin is planted. You'll be planting down pumpkins, placing more on top to grow, and moving crows to block other players. Let's set up the game. First, find and place a baby boo card in the middle. Each card placed down is called a plot. Then find and place 4 seedlings and plot them adjacent to all 4 sides of the baby boo. Next, place the 2 crow cards on seedlings opposite of each other as shown. Now create the compost pile by placing 1 baby boo on the bottom, 2 Jack B. Littles in the middle, and 3 seedlings on top. Shuffle the rest of the cards and this becomes the draw deck. Leave space next to it for the discard pile. Each player then draws 3 cards into their hand. If you're playing the 2-player game, each player selects a crow. In that game, those players can only move their selected crows. Finally, the player who goes first will be the one who carved the most pumpkins in their life. In the game, each player will take their turn in full by playing cards, moving crows, discarding cards, and drawing cards. Each pumpkin card will have their effects and will score player points that are kept on the score track. First, the play phase, a player will have a choice from playing a card in their hand or playing a card from the compost pile. There are certain rules to follow when playing a card. You can start a new plot with a seedling next to any other plot. It must be adjacent to at least one of the other plot's sides, so not diagonally. Or you can place a card on top in the next ascending numerical order, covering it completely. If a player cannot play a card, either from the hand or the compost pile, then the player must discard their entire hand and skip the play phase. Second is the crow phase, where the players move a crow, or in a 2-player game, their selected crow. Players must move a crow each turn. If a crow is on top of a plot, players cannot plant on that plot or move it. Crows, however, do not block scoring. Third, the player may discard any of their cards from their hand. Discarded cards are placed in the discard pile next to the deck. And finally, fourth, the player draws back up to 3 cards. If the deck becomes emptied, then simply shuffle the cards in the discard pile and create a new deck. When a player plays the final card, the Cinderella, it's game over. That player scores for the final 5 seeds. The player with the most points at the end is the winner. There are in total 8 pumpkin cards, and here's a brief overview of all of them. Seedlings are used as a plot starter. You get 2 seeds when you plant it. Jack B. Little, when planted, will score seeds for each continuous orange pumpkin, all the orange cards that are orthogonally connected to the Jack B. Little. Like the Jack B. Little, the Baby Boo scores for white continuous pumpkin cards. Blaze scores for the longest numerical chain of pumpkins. It can start from any number and can go all the way to 7, but it must flow in order. Gulligans cause a plot to be moved 1 space and then scored by its top card. You cannot, however, move plots with a crow or cause the whole pumpkin patch to be disconnected. The new arranged patch must have all the cards adjacent to each other. The Warty Goblin lets you gain 3 seeds and move either crow. The Great White scores for all adjacent and diagonally adjacent plots for 1 seed each. You could score up to 8 seeds. Finally, the Cinderella lets you gain 5 seeds but ends the game. This concludes the quick start tutorial to Pumpkin Patch Bad Seeds. For more information about this game, please check out the publisher's website, brouhahagames.com. And the Carpet Stacker like to thank Brouhaha Games for sponsoring this video. This is Ferdinand the Carpet Stacker reminding you to keep on stacking games.